I'm Jessie Wiles.
And I'm Luke Van White.
As your school captains, it is our pleasure to present the 2014 Year in Review.
From the smallest children in our Early Learning Centre to our primary and middle year students, right up to our seniors who will soon leave us with grand plans, all 2026 students and 360 staff contribute to the place that we call school, our second home.
We enjoyed a busy year right across our campus as we celebrated and embraced all things that make us family.
We supported and looked out for each other on campus and did our bit to help others less fortunate in the wider community with a range of fundraising and community activities.
We dressed up, teamed up, iced up, and stayed up for some amazing causes and events.
And weren't we popular? A whole host of special guests and visitors made our campus an exciting place to be in 2014.
Our unity message travelled all the way to Canberra as we proudly told our politicians that a strong and inclusive family is possible, regardless of race or religion. It happens right here, every day.
For me, the outstanding group of students, teachers and parents who formed a unity council at John Paul College in my electorate and who I acknowledge here in the public galleries today serve as a reminder of that fundamental truth.
We travelled far and wide in 2014. From Cape York to Singapore, Nepal, Russia, New Zealand and Japan, our staff and students were worthy college ambassadors.
We recorded some big milestones as our kindy reached double figures. And Russell Welch celebrated 30 years of outstanding service.
We also celebrated the success of our outside school hours care when it was awarded an excellent rating, the first outside school hours care program in Australia to achieve this rating.
Our campus continues to evolve with new play equipment in the primary school. And exciting plans for middle school as the Wesley refurbishment project commences in the holidays.
We celebrated the cultural richness our Indigenous students bring to campus with a range of events and activities.
We look forward to 2015 with great excitement as we create a home away from home for our very first boarders in the newly opened Fenton Village.
What a year, and we haven't even stepped foot inside a classroom.
Inside the classroom, the energy was just as high as we researched, collaborated and analysed in the pursuit of knowledge.
Best ever results. The class of 2013 delivered these with superb OP outcomes. 84% of students received an OP between 1 and 15, while almost a quarter of students achieved an OP of 1 to 5. The best ever published results in the college's history. We celebrated the success of 10 students who achieved an OP1 or equivalent.
4 students from the class of 2014 were nominated for Australian Vocational Student Prizes. We also applauded the effort of 2013 graduate Mitchell Swinglehurst, a Prime Minister's Award recipient as one of the top 12 vocational students in Australia.
We formally acknowledge 64 students who received Summa Cum Laude awards for near perfect grades for semester 1. We also celebrated the extraordinary efforts of 6 Year 12 students whose names will now appear on the Cum Laude Prastantia Honour Board as Cum Laude Award recipients for 6 consecutive years.
Our NAPLAN results validated the incredible teaching and learning taking place in our classrooms, with great results across the board. 7 students placed in the top band across all areas tested.
Our students also achieved great success in the International Competitions and Assessments for Schools, or ICAS exams. This year, results were compared on a national basis with the top 1% of students receiving a high distinction and the next 10% a distinction.
In the ICAS mathematics competition, Nihal Ramesh, Matthew Doan and Simon Liu received a high distinction. 39 students were awarded a distinction. Students also performed well in the Australian mathematics competition.
Our students' technology skills were highlighted in the ICAS Computer Skills competition, with 5 students receiving a distinction.
Our students also ranked well in the language and literacy areas. Neha Ramesh received a high distinction in the ICAS spelling competition, while Timothy Morant, Declan Leung, Sophie Moman and Helen Kalmbach received similar accolades in the ICAS writing competition.
8 students placed in the top 10% of entrants in the ICAS English competition.
In the ICAS science competition, Philip Bryan from Year 7 was amongst the top 1% of students nationally.
In the RACI chemistry quiz, our students were amongst the top 10% of entrants in the state as high distinction recipients. Year 12 student Hemanthi Mendez was selected to attend the 2014 National Youth Science Forum, one of only 450 students from throughout Australia.
We also congratulated Years 11 and 12 students whose efforts in the ACER language assessments in German, Chinese and Japanese resulted in high distinctions.
At the 2014 Language Perfect World Championships, our students also did us proud.
Our students were in the news for their innovation and entrepreneurship. Danielle Holding, Aidan Hardage and Hayden Johal impressed all with their web-based history app replicating Ludwig Leichhardt's expedition. Year 10 student Taj Babari, whose MechTech Creations company supplies electronic kits for children, was a finalist in the Hills Young Innovator of the Year Awards.
Locally, we had 3 students win this year's Logan World Environment Day poster competition. Their artwork will appear in the 2015 Logan City Council calendar.
We also applauded Miss Rhiannon Gimple, who was a finalist in the Queensland College of Teachers Excellence in Teaching Awards.
Consider yourself at home. Consider yourself one of the family.
The name on everyone's lips in 2014 was Oliver. In the classroom, in the playground, in the car park, Oliver ruled supreme.
And our performers ruled the Chandler Theatre when they presented 2 magical nights of the much-loved musical. Magnificent leads, a superb chorus, and our talented musicians made this show as good as any professional production. And the result? Standing ovations every night.
Supporters of the performing arts were again treated to a night of sensational performances when the college's premier ensembles performed at the Cabaret Night in May.
Our cheer and dance teams continued their dominance of regional, state and national competition. At state and national competitions, champion banners were awarded to 9 teams, with the Supernovas and Eclipse teams bringing home 3 grand champion titles.
Actors, dancers, musicians and singers also performed well at the Stepfords held throughout the year. Our ensembles and individual students achieved multiple first place, grand champion and most outstanding awards.
College musicians were selected in the State Honours Ensemble program for 2014. The Boffinger family continued to win coveted roles in 2014. Jai and Bryce performed for the Queensland Theatre Company, while Kieran was once again selected in the Queensland Ballet Junior program. Both Jai and Kieran also performed in the Brisbane Shakespeare Festival's performance of Richard III.
We also congratulated Katie Shaw-Smith, who was one of only 2 dancers to represent Queensland at the Cicchetti Lucy Saranova National Ballet Awards. Katie and Year 8 student Natalie Kosh were accepted as members of the Brisbane City Youth Ballet. From the stage to the sporting arena, our athletes were a force to be reckoned with on the playing fields and the courts.
Our basketball girls took out a 15th state title for John Paul College. They now focus their efforts on the national championships in December, where they'll compete with a formidable reputation as 2013 silver medalists and the holders of 6 previous national titles. We'll miss the talent of Whitney Weehee, who will be representing New Zealand at the Oceania Championships at the same time.
Success across the entire school and club-based program continues, with a further 13 trophies added to the cabinet in 2014.
Our football teams dominated the TAS competition. Our under-14 players enjoyed a great year as runners-up in a nail-biting final of the Independent Schools Cup and also won the final of the Schools Premier League. These results were backed up with a further 6 TAS and JTAS titles. Jamie Shin will get his chance to shine on the world stage next year as his South Korean team competes at the Under-17 World Cup, fresh from their silver medal at the Asian Cup.
Our senior cricket teams made it a hat-trick of premierships in 2014, with the seconds and Year 10 teams joining the firsts on the winners' podium. Our primary cricketers also tasted success.
Our netballers capped off a successful year with the Open A's making it through to the finals of the Vicky Wilson Cup, competing at the very highest level of Queensland schools netball. Our smallest netballers look to follow in their footsteps.
Cross-country runners reclaimed their TAS Blue Championship title, taking out the girls' percentage and aggregate trophies, and several age divisions in the process. Our primary runners showed promising form.
We had some standout individual athletic performances in 2014, with Got Malal winning a national silver medal in the under-16 400-metre hurdles, and Tara Joel bringing home a bronze in the under-14 javelin.
Special mention must go to our primary swimmers who reclaimed the JTAS Championship, taking out the girls' trophy and several age divisions. Lexi Kuhneman enjoyed a phenomenal year, bringing home 2 gold, 2 silver and a bronze medal from the Australian Championships, where she also broke a long-standing record to win the 50-metre backstroke. Charlie Kuhneman added to her collection with a gold in the relay, while Jade Niesler produced fantastic swims to claim 2 bronze medals.
Our tennis teams enjoyed a successful year with 4 premierships, while our hockey and rugby teams added to the trophy cabinet.
We also congratulated our Open and Year 10 AFL teams in the Queensland Independent Schools competition.
Individually, our athletes performed at the highest echelons of Australian sport, with some amazing feats of strength, athleticism and skill. We congratulated our Pierre de Coubertin winner, Chloe Clark.
And also recognised the efforts of athletes who competed proudly for Queensland and applaud those who won national medals in 2014.
We hope that you've enjoyed looking back through the busy, challenging and rewarding year that was 2014.
It is our hope that the very real sense of belonging continues to be felt and embraced by every member of our school.
Our very best wishes to everyone.